Before a questionable rise to fame, Grant Cardone was simply a middle-class person working in another average sales company. Fast forward to now, and his claims of being a billionaire are all over the internet. With his flashy marketing, outrageous comments, and lavish lifestyle, you are left no room to think otherwise. But how does Grant Cardone really make his money? With an overwhelming focus on real estate and sales, it's easy to get caught up in his marketing tactics and forget to question his methods. In addition, all his companies keep their financial information private, leaving the consumers in the shadows. If that's not already making you question his claims, you may need a wake-up call. Doing a quick search on Quora, you can find multiple threads and comments from buyers of his online sales training, most of which are apparent disappointments. Michael Crichton, the owner/CEO of Crichton's World, replied to the following question. Yes, he is selling dreams. Every motivational speaker is selling you BS. There is no quick to riches or success scheme. Even if you have very good ideas or inventions, it takes a lot of hard work, creativity, wits, and failure to become super successful. So if someone comes along saying you can skip all that and become a millionaire in a year or so, wouldn't everyone do it? If it sounds too good to be true, then it is too good to be true. This one is even better, coming from Adam King, a customer from his online courses, answering whether or not online sales education is worth it. No. These people who are telling you yes are crazy. Grant Cardone is one of the greatest sales teachers ever, but he puts it all in his books. I spent $100 reading all his books and then shelled out $2,000 for Cardone University and felt so stupid immediately after starting the videos. It's all just the same stuff. I'll tell you this though, he got it. Like he always says, the second sale is the easiest. He got me on the second sale. And I know he knows what he's doing because he does not offer refunds and has the paperwork ready to go if you dispute the charge and will never give you back a dime. This comment highlights the ruthless sales tactics Grant Cardone uses. It's no denying that his sales skills are excellent. However, how he sells his products and what he sells in them is another story. If all his content is available in his books for less than $100, why would he charge $2,000 to $3,000 for his online courses? The answer is more money. So how much money does Grant Cardone make? And is most of it really coming from real estate? The truth is hard to determine as there is no exact numbers to go by. However, some great indicators and stats lead us to believe otherwise. First, his real estate company is a syndicate. In other words, an organization or combination of investors pooling capital for investment in real estate. These organizations have been around for a while now, but what's important here is how it works. Grant Cardone doesn't have to put any money down to invest in the properties. He simply needs to collect enough money from investors and charge a fee for the management, buying, selling, and renting of the properties. The profits generated are split among all the investors, and expenses for management are paid to Grant's company. This begs the question, how much money is Grant Cardone making from his real estate company? According to reports from Yahoo and other major news outlets, his company oversees over 12,000 units, with a commercial value estimated at around $4 billion. But this is different from how much he generates in revenue. That's the amount the company is valued at. And remember, thousands of investors technically own this company, so he likely does not have $1 billion in his bank account. With all the fees his company charges for managing 12,000 properties, it is estimated he makes around $40 million per year. Not bad for a guy coming from a middle-class family. What is surprising to think is that he makes more money some other way. But this is the reality that many don't realize. You may have already heard of Cardone University and thought this program must be something special. With a median price of $4,000 and the high admission fees going as much as $12,000, it must provide some crazy value. Yet this seems far from true. Many have questioned whether there is even anyone close to reaching the success the program claims. The program, heavily focused on sales education, is supposed to 10 times your income and claims to be the #1 sales program in the world by the man himself, Grant Cardone. There is a consistent theme amongst almost all his products, claiming always to be the #1 product in the category. Yet this hasn't stopped buyers from flocking and spending ludicrous amounts on a program that sells sale tactics widely available on the internet for free or much cheaper. Supposedly, he has around 221,000 active users and growing. Conservative estimates put his profits from these courses close to $40 million a year. But this isn't the only education he sells. He also hosts a conference once a year called 10 Times Growth Conference, which apparently grosses close to $10 million a year alone. Add to the fact he does 50 paid presentations a year, all charging between $50,000 to $100,000, and you can quickly see that real estate is not his biggest source of income. If we break it down yearly, he makes roughly $40 million on his online education, about $4 million on his paid presentations, and an additional $10 million on his 10 Times Growth Conference. A whopping total of nearly $55 million just selling his sales tactics so you can get rich just like him. The image of Grant Cardone being a legendary real estate investor and making most of his money through these investments is far from the truth. How he markets himself and his real estate makes you believe he's done most of the investing himself, rather than using other investors' money. Yet as we can see, his real estate company is a syndicate and makes far less than its valuation. Even better, it makes less than his online courses and presentations combined. It's no secret that Grant Cardone is a wealthy individual. His ruthless and cunning sales tactics have propelled him to riches beyond fathomable for the average person. His companies heavily rely on the sales machine, including his real estate syndicate. With extravagant marketing, he can amass investors in the thousands. How much he makes exactly remains up for debate. We may never know the exact amount with him releasing yearly profits from his private companies, yet it seems clear where most of his money comes from is not what he leads you to believe.